Hey everyone, in this video I'm gonna show you how to use OBS and how to get something like this. So I got OBS and it's just going in loop inside my screen. But anyway, I will show you how to use the Stream Deck to get these camera switchers and also to change between my face, closing up in the left up, in the left down, in the right up, in the right down, maybe in the center, and also switching scenes. So if I have another scene, I can bring myself like this and just start talking to the camera, and then I want to show you something in the screen. I can come back here. So I'm gonna show you that in detail and I hope you like it. So let's jump right in. So here is OBS. You probably are seeing me in the middle. So this is what is going out. This is what you are going to be recording, this section. And in here you have your scenes and your sources. Okay, so scenes are like the entire canvas. So inside one scene, you have sources. So in here is where you place your audio, your camera, your screen, whatever you want to show in one scene. That is why we have also a scene transition right here. We have our audio mixer. In my case, I only want to have two. So I got my Vocaster 1 and my PC audio. The Vocaster 1 is the audio interface that I used with my mic. And the PC audio is whatever comes out of my PCs. So if I want to show a video tutorial or whatever that has audio in it, I'm gonna activate this one. And here is just your controls. So we are going to start from scratch. So I'm gonna create a new profile. I'm gonna call it tutorial. Okay. And if you get this wizard, is just going to optimize for streaming, for recording, or just for virtual camera. I'm gonna click cancel because I'm gonna show you my setup, which is none of those. So if you wanna maybe use that, feel free to, but I'm gonna show you my setup. So if I go to settings, let's start from the top. So general, I usually like a confirmation dialog when I start streaming or recording. So I check all of them. I like the snapping. So that means if I move a source, let me get out of here. If I move a source, they snap to the corners or to the borders of my canvas. So I activate all of them. Then I enable the system tray. I like to see my OBS on the system tray. If you don't want to see it, you will untick that. And I think that's pretty much it from this section. In the appearance, I like this theme. You can feel free to try others. For streaming, you can connect your account here. If you are gonna stream, I'm gonna just show you how to record, so you probably won't need that. In the output, I have it as simple, because this is a new profile, but let's do advanced. And in for streaming, we will go up to anywhere between 4,000 to 6,000. So I'm gonna do 6,000. The keyframe interval, I'm gonna leave it at 2. This one, depending on your CPU, you can set it up as fast, medium, whatever. So the higher that you go is less CPU. So I'm gonna leave it at faster or very fast. And the profile, I don't mess with those. So I just leave it with that. And then encoder, I usually use the NVIDIA H264. And the recording, so this is where you want your videos to go. So this is the streaming, this is the recording. So I want my videos to be MP4. So I use this one. The video encoder, if you have an NVIDIA card, use the NVIDIA. The audio encoder, I'll just leave it like that. Audio tracks, I usually use 2 or 3 audio tracks, and I show you why in a minute. I don't scale my output, but if you have different dimensions, let me go to video right here. So you will see that I got my base canvas and also my output. So I'm gonna set it both the same. and my frames is gonna be 60 frames per second. Okay, let's go back to output, and here is where we're gonna save our recordings. So in my case, I'm gonna change this path. I'm going to go to recordings, and I'm gonna save just in here. Okay, this is the encoder settings. So remember that I said 4 to 6. Well, if you are just recording, 10,000 is fine. I found not that much difference when you are using between 6 and up. I don't see that much difference. So I'm gonna leave it at 8,000 keyframes. I'm gonna set it at 2. And the same thing in here. So I'm gonna leave it at good quality. That's fine. I don't go too high because it's gonna be a huge file if you try to get like everything at the maximum possible. So that's it. That's a good setting in here. In audio, I usually go to 56 just because my audio interface requires that, but you can just leave it at 160 or go to 192. That's fine. So I'm gonna use 256 just for the track 1. Apply. Let's go to audio. In here, I think by default, you will have your desktop audio and your mic auxiliary audio enabled. So what I do, I disable all of them here, and I actually bring a source with the audio that I want. So that's it for now. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna already create a new profile. And now I want to create a new scene collection so you can see what I do from scratch. So let's go to, this is going to be my tutorial collection. Okay, so we're going to start from scratch. The first scene that I like to create is called face, just for my face. And I create one source as a video capture device. This is going to be my webcam. And in here, I select the right one, and you can see it there. Now, it doesn't fill the entire canvas. That's really easy to fix. Right-click on it, transform, and you selected a fit to screen. We also can press Ctrl F, and that's it. So now I am using the entire screen. Now let's create a new scene. You see that it doesn't have any sources. The screen went black. And this one is going to be the screen. We bring the screen. The screen comes as a display capture. So this is gonna be my screen. And here I need to pick the right screen, which is gonna be this one. And I click OK. So I got my face and I got my screen, but I don't have any audio. If you see the audio mixer, I got it empty. So let's bring that. We are going to just in whichever of them, I'm gonna click plus and then audio input capture. That's gonna be my mic, and I select my mic. And you see that the audio mixer is gonna show your mic, and if this bar is going up and down, that means that is working. So just do it like that. And here we don't have the mic. So what we do is Ctrl C, go to screen, Ctrl V, and you can paste your mic there. Right, cool. But what if I wanna have my face as well in this screen? Okay, that's really simple. I'm gonna add something, but in this case, I'm not gonna add a webcam again. I'm gonna add a scene. So I'm gonna add the face scene, and I click OK. So you see that symbol right there? That means that I'm bringing entire scene, right? Now, what I can do with this, I can make my face a lot smaller, right? Like this. And in my example, I have it around here, like this. Let me show you how I apply a mask in this. So I right click on my face, I go to filters, and I need to apply a mask. So I go to advanced mask, and in here allows me to apply a mask. So you see I can move X and Y. I can make it big or small. So in this case, I'm gonna go for something like this. Gonna try to center it like that. Cool. And now the shape in this case is gonna be a rectangle. That's fine. and just the alpha mask. Okay, let's go down, and in here we can see that we can apply some corners. I like those round corners. Okay, so that's looking cool, and that's it. That's what I'm doing with the advanced mask. So that's a plugin as well. You can look it up. Now let's see what else I can apply. I usually like to apply a shade, so a shadow. Let's apply that shadow. Let's increase the size so you can see it. See, it's going all directions. Let me see. I usually like it white, but you can pick whatever color you want. So I put white with a good shadow distance, with a good intensity. Here's where I can define the angle. Maybe not so strong like that. Fine. Okay. Let's see what else. Some people like the glow, so I'm gonna apply a glow as well. So the glow is pretty much the same thing, just makes it a little more visible. And in this case, I do like it kind of dark that way. And the last one that I usually use is the 3D effect. So what this does, so let me show you, it changes how you look. It's pretty cool. So this one is gonna be 0, and the rotation wise, what I usually use, just minimal, you know, but I like it. Okay, so in width, I'm gonna make it like this. And that's pretty much what I do. So I got one, it's right there, and it's looking great. Make it really close to the border right there. So it's looking not bad, but now I want this guy to also go to the opposite side whenever I need to show something on this side. So how do I do that? Well, now I need to apply a filter, but on the scene. So I'm gonna right click on the scene, on this one, go to filters. So I'm gonna apply a filter, and in this case, it's gonna be a move source. Okay, so let's use move source. It's gonna ask me which source. So in this case, is the face. So I want the face to move. Okay, I leave pretty much everything as it is. I will scroll down. I'm gonna get the transform. So I make sure that I get the transform. This is where my camera is. I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna go to this side and zoom there. Yeah, so you can see it better. So I got the transform. I'm gonna rename this one to the right. Okay, and now I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna close here, and I'm gonna move this to the opposite side, but I'm gonna do it in this way. I'm gonna go back to this section, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna right click on this camera, and I'm going to go transform and flip horizontal, right? You get this, and I'm going to go to the left side. Going to do right click on this scene and filters again. So remember that we got that one. So we're going to create a duplication of that one. So let's duplicate. This is gonna be left. And the only thing that I'm gonna do here is to get transform. And I close. So now if I turn on, put it right here, the right, it goes to the right, and the left, left. Okay, that's pretty cool. So something else that I usually do here, let's see. No, I think that's it. That's all what I do here. I'm just going to hit close. And the way to control this is by using the Stream Deck. Or you can assign shortcuts in whatever way you want. But I usually use the Stream Deck. So if you see here, I got a page for all my OBS shortcuts. And I got this one that goes to the left and this one that goes to the right. And what it's doing is controlling where this goes. So you first will have to go to this icon to go to the Elgato Marketplace and download the OBS Studio plugin or tools from there. And you will get these many buttons. And in this case, I am using one that is called filter. This one. Yeah, see. We need to pick a source. So in this case is a screen and the filter. So in this case is left. And we want to do the same for the other one. So I do Control C, Control V. And in this one, I just select right. Okay, so now, look, if I press right, it goes to the right, left, right. See, you can see which one I am pressing. And here I just change the icon, and I usually use the icon library on the Stream Deck. So you can do the same. It's really easy, really simple. Okay, cool. So we got that. We got these guys working. Let me set it up in the same way. So left and screen right. Okay, cool. I don't need those anymore because these are working. So if I press right, it goes to the right, left, go to the left. Okay, so far so good. Something else that I do, I duplicate this one and I call it left up because I'm gonna zoom in to the left up. So I do that, and now I select my display capture and I increase this closer to, this middle section, closer to there. So this is left up. I duplicate this one and I call it left down. And now I select the same, but I move it up and I let it snap in the bottom like that. Okay, so if I go to the screen, then left up, left down. Something that you will see though is that my Stream Deck doesn't work anymore because it was pointing to just the screen one. So it only works there, but it doesn't work in the others. So what I like to do is I'm gonna duplicate this screen. So duplicate this one. I'm just gonna call it web cameras, and I'm gonna delete everything from here. So I'm gonna only keep my face, right? So it has all the filters. If you go inside filters, you will see that it has the right and left. So what I do here is I'm also going to put it at the bottom here. I usually create something like done use section, and I put that guy in here. Okay, and this is the one that I'm gonna control with my Stream Deck. So I'm gonna bring this guy up, and instead of the screen, I'm gonna do the web cameras on the filter. In this case, is left, and for the right, web cameras, and in this case is right. Cool. So I have it there, and it's working, as you see. So now this is the scene that I want to bring to all the other scenes where I need that guy. So I'm gonna remove this from here. Yes, maybe even go to the filters here and remove those guys, just to make it clean. Okay, so I don't have anything in there, but I do have it in here. So I'm gonna also delete it. Okay, and I don't have my webcam anymore. So let me show you how I bring it. Just the same as before. I go to plus symbol here, scenes, and I'm gonna bring these web cameras that I created. Okay, so now it shows up, and if you use your Stream Deck, you will see that it will allow you to place your camera in both sides. Now I gotta do the same for all these guys. So scene, select webcam, cool, scene, select webcam. Okay, so if I go from here to here, I can move it here. It always respects where I left it. So that's pretty cool. Let's continue. So now I can duplicate this one. Let me see the filters that shouldn't be there. Those filters shouldn't be there. Okay, so no filters. Same with this one. No filters before I duplicate. So I'm not duplicating those filters. And you see that it works. Yeah, it is working. Perfect. Cool. Now let's go here and duplicate this one. Actually, I'm gonna duplicate the screen one. So let's duplicate this one. Let's call it right up. And I'm gonna increase the screen from here. Wait. But I make sure that I'm selecting the right source. So it gotta be this one, display capture. So I'm not moving my camera actually. So I'm gonna make it this big. It's up to you how big you wanna make it. And the next one, duplicate. It's gonna be right but down. Okay, so this right down, it's just gonna move this guy and make it snap to the corner right there. Okay, cool. So you see we got all these many views. Now I want to apply a scene transition. So you see that is on fade. I wanted a move transition. So that's also another plugin that you should install. And if you do install it, you can go to the plus symbol here and you will see the move transition. So I'm just going to select it. And here I do change a few things. So if you scroll down in the transition, it says no, and the transition escape, it says max only. That's totally fine. That's what I usually use. But when an item appears, here is where I change this. I select is out. The position I select, I think I select appearing from center, and the transition is none. Okay, so I do the same for disappearing. I select is in, position, yes, center, and transition none. Okay, you can see a preview. This is what it does. Cool. That's all what I change. And here also I add a duration of 70, maybe 750 or 1000 milliseconds. And now you will see that my face also changed. My screen to the right, screen down, left down. So the only issue that we have is with the face right here. So it's affecting your webcam. So what I do, let's fix that really quick. So we can create is applying all these guys here. I'm gonna tick that, close. And if I go to the others, you will see that it's not really working anymore, which is fine. I'm gonna show you how to fix that right away. So that's why I use a plugin. So I'm gonna duplicate this one. I'm gonna call it phase 2. That's fine. And this is gonna go here to the do not use. And instead of the webcam, I'm gonna bring a source clone. I'm gonna call it cam clone. Okay, and the clone is gonna be my webcam. All right. So I'm gonna apply everything but to this cam clone. All right. So I can get rid of this one. Yes. And I will right click on here, transform, fit to screen. Cool. So pretty much I got the same one, but with a clone. And now I wanna apply some filters. So I'm gonna do right click on the face and I'm gonna copy the filters to this one. So I'm gonna say paste the filters here. And now I'm gonna turn them on. So all of them. I don't need this one. Yes. Okay, cool. So now it's working fine, as you see. But this one is still reading the other one. So I'm gonna delete this one. Yes, delete it. I'm gonna bring that phase 2. So scene phase 2, and it's right there. Not too cool, but I'm gonna show you what we're going to do. Let's go to filters. We still have these filters here. So if I press them, they're not gonna do anything because the source gotta be set up again. Okay, let's do that. So the right side, let's do it. Let's bring this down and we had it around here to the middle like that. Perfect. It's gonna be the right side. I'm gonna hit get transform and let's go to the left. We do a mirror here, transform, flip horizontal, and I put it right here close to the border, and I also hit get transform. Okay, so the Stream Deck is still working. Cool. And now if I go to the screen here, still working, right up, still working, right down, still working, left up, still working, left down, still working. Okay, if I change to the face, you see that it's not really working there. So here we need to change the transition. So I'm gonna do right click, filter. I can get rid of all those filters. So yes, yes, yes. And this is the last one. And now I'm gonna do a move transition override. And in here, what is my source? It's gonna be my webcam. What is the match source? So that is where I want my cam clone source. Nothing else override. Let's see if it works. So now if I go from here to the screen, to here, to the screen, to here, to phase 2, to here, to webcam, to here, to webcam. Kind of work? No, not really. Let's see what else we can do. So instead of matching the cam clone, I can match actually the web cameras. Let's see if that's better. All right, kind of work.
But if you slow down for just 1 second, you might feel way better than you thought. And if you took a second to breathe, took a minute to cry, well maybe you would see that all this time